Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football and doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Now Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
We got this.
Anthony Hitchens brought him down. A gain of 12. First down, Giants.
We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second down and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Don't be mad.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Looking to throw, Jones. And he is going to go down, back at the 11-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown. Darius Slayton. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And while I don't equate starting record as a quarterback to pitchers in baseball, it still gives us a great baseline. And Patrick Mahomes, 38-8 as a starting quarterback for Kansas City in the regular season. Throw in 6-2 in the playoffs, including a Super Bowl 54 victory. You've got one of the best ones in the game. And if you're a Kansas City fan, how excited are you? He signed through 2031. He will be your quarterback for a long time.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism,
Great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year, second among NFL tight ends.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And Kansas City drafted McCole Hardman, hoping he could be something of a Tyreek Hill clone. They're still trying to find his exact niche. He did have 41 catches last year, and he makes a nice one there.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.